to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. Today I will be doing my first ever cash envelope stuffing, and before we get to that point, I usually like to start off first with writing down what I actually got from my paycheck, as well as writing down the expenses, some of the essentials, and the sinking funds that I'm going to be stuffing into cash envelopes today. Alright, so to get started, I'm just going to put January, and then the first paycheck, and going back to last week's video when I was planning out my calendar's expenses for January, I told you guys that I would be getting paid on the 4th of January, but I definitely got paid pretty early. I got paid December 31st, which was a nice little surprise. So what we're going to look at first is my income, and we're going to put down my paycheck and the adjusted amount that I'll be making in 2021, as well as the reimbursement, that I also received, which is not a big amount, but it is helpful. And also, I did not receive my stimulus check yet, so I cannot add that to the income. I am patiently waiting. For my paycheck, I received what we talked about last week, which was, what did I get? I got $1,673. So the next one is reimbursement, and what I put down was $82. For those of you that didn't know, I am a clinical mental health therapist, and some things that I get from my clients are journals or fidget toys for anxiety, ADHD, so things like that. And that was totaling out to $1,755. So the next thing is expenses. Okay, so the first thing on expenses is car insurance. Next thing will be the phone, my significant other's Capital One, Hulu, my Capital One, car note, and life insurance. So for car insurance, we have $236. For the phone, we have $45. Capital One will be $50 for my significant other. Hulu is $12. My Capital One is $50. My car note is going to be $232 at the minimum amount, and for life insurance it will be $25. So for the total in my expenses, it's going to come out to $650. So everything in the expense list will be paid online, excluding the phone. I do take out $45 in cash for the phone and give it to my mom because we share an account together. The next thing will be the essentials, and when I say essentials, this includes the things that we for sure cannot go without. That will be first groceries, next will be gas, and last will be laundry. So for groceries, that's going to be $300. Gas will be $60. Laundry will be $30. And that comes out to a total of $390. So next is going to be the sinking funds. First thing that we have is medical. The second one is saving up for a home. The next is toiletries. After that, we have emergency for our emergency fund. So the next thing is going to be car maintenance. So the next one on the list is going to be my son's savings. And this is going to be one that I do not stuff into a cash envelope. This is just something that, it's kind of just a reminder, I guess you could say, for myself for when I do get paid, that I remember to transfer over the funds from my account to his when I get paid. So this is something that I will not be stuffing in a cash envelope. The next one is home goods. And again, this is just for items that we will need when we eventually, someday, move out. Next one is going to be gifts. This does not include birthday gifts, nor do we have a separate sinking fund for birthday gifts. And the reason for that is because we no longer purchase birthday gifts, except for, you know, our son. The reason why we no longer purchase birthday gifts is because we feel like both of our families keep growing, and it gets to the point where it's like we feel there's at least 2 to 3 birthdays a month, and it's hard to keep up. So what we decided to opt in for was to just put this aside for Christmas gifts, and we do what's called the cellophane ball unwrapping. I don't know if you guys have seen those videos, but it's a pretty fun thing to play around Christmas time. And we just put like gift cards, we put like little things that we find throughout the year, like at Marshall's, Target, different places, and then of course things that don't fit in the cellophane ball to put in like separate gift bags. But it's this whole little system that we have. The point is that this is just for Christmas gifts and no longer for birthdays. The next thing on the list is for date night. And date night looks a lot different nowadays. Next thing is family night. We have my son spending, as well as my spending. So the other thing about my sinking funds list is that for the home, this is also something that I transfer over to my savings account. And the reason for it is because the amount that we would normally put away in a cash envelope would grow pretty fast. So we both felt like it would be a good idea just to put it in the savings. So the total is going to come out to $364. All right, so we looked at my income, expenses, the essentials, and sinking funds. And again, I got paid $1,755. So when we add up the expenses, essentials, and sinking funds, that will come out to a total of $1,404. And when you subtract the grand total from the total income, that will leave us with 300, I don't know where to put it. That'll leave us with $351 left over. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get started on stuffing our cash envelopes. And the first thing that we have here is for medical. And inside each of my cash envelopes, I do have a budget tracker sheet, and this is something that I purchased off of Amazon. So today I'm putting deposit, and it will be in the amount of $25, totaling out to $25. So And so just gonna grab a 20 and a 5. And I normally like to put the big bills up on top and then the budget tracker sheet on top of that. And just go ahead and put it in. And so that is our first cash envelope. The next one that we have is for date night. And date night will be getting $13. So that's a 10 and 3 ones. And the next one that we have is for gas. And I already do have some money in here for gas. Looks like I already have 40 in here. So that's nice to know. And for gas, it is going to get 60, and that's going to be in 2 20s and 2 10s. And that is going to total out to 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 90, 100. And the next one that I have is for car maintenance. So for car maintenance, it will be getting 25 as well. That's just coming out of that. It's nice to stuff my envelopes again because I feel like I've been without funds for a minute now, especially after my surgery. And I really don't like that. So it's really nice to be putting money back in. For home goods, we are putting in 25 as well. And that's just a 20 and a 5. So 25 going into home goods. And the next thing we have is for family night. And for family night, that is just getting 13. So a 10 and 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. And family night. And so for the next thing that we have is for my son's spending. And he already spent a couple of dollars already. So because our son already spent some money with things that he wanted, we also use this money for chore money, and he did a couple of chores yesterday. So I think that leaves us with $8. And we give him all once because whenever he does chores, we don't want to give him, you know, like a $5 bill or a $10 bill. We want to be able to, you know, spread it out for the next couple of weeks. 6 so far, 7 and 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8 that he has. And there we go. Alright, so $8 is going into our son's spending. And then for emergency, we are going to be putting 25 in, and that's just a 20, 25. And again, 25 going into emergency. Okay, the next thing that we have are toiletries. And we typically take the toiletry money for when we have to purchase things like for the bathroom or like hair care or just hygiene, anything like that. So we did spend that already. So that leaves us with a zero balance with toiletries. Okay, with laundry, again, we do go to the laundromat every week, and I hate it because it's so much money that we've been pouring through the laundromat for the last couple of years. And really, I want to say it's been at least 5, maybe 6 years that we've been going to the laundromat. We put 30 aside every couple of weeks because, again, we do go to the laundromat and the laundromat is expensive. I already told myself that whenever we get our own home, having a washing machine and dryer in our home is something that it's just going to be something that I'm looking forward to, and it's something that I really, really want. So the next thing is for my spending, and for my spending, I already spent a few dollars on, can I remember? No, I can't remember. I think it was a few dollars on like a Starbucks coffee, I want to say. So that will leave us with $11, and that takes care of my ones. And so it's a 10, a 1, and I'll move the 10s down here. Alright, again, with my spending, we got $11 left over so far. Okay, hey guys, I just had to go back because I noticed that there was a bit of a discrepancy with how much I had versus how much needed to go in. So I got it figured out, and I had to go back in my son's spending. So instead of doing all ones, I had to put a 5 in there with the 3 ones. So that is going to be the $8 right there. I just found myself with not enough ones at the end of this, so I had to go back. Okay, so got it figured out. So the next thing that we have here is our groceries. And because we already went and did a little bit of shopping, it will not be the full $300. We have $132 left over. So let's see what that is so far. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, another 20, a 10, and 2 ones. So, okay, so let's go ahead and count that. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 120, 130, 132. Alright. Just got one more envelope here. Coming up at the end of it, guys. Okay. Alright, so the last one that we have here is for gifts. And gifts will be getting 13. So we're going to do couple of 5s and 3 1s. They gave me some crusty bills here. Okay, so we have 5, 10, 1, 12, 13. Okay. And as you guys can see, there's money left over, and like I said before, $45 is for my phone bill, and that will be given to my mom because, again, we share the same account. Alright guys, that was the end of my cash envelope stuffing. I cannot wait for you guys to see it, and hopefully it's not too bad. Of course, I had to work out a couple of kinks from the different amounts that were going into the envelopes. But it gives me a pretty good idea of what I want to be able to do next time, so we'll see. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, hit the bell, subscribe, and like the video so that I know that you enjoyed it. Alright guys, I'll see you next week. Bye.